Thank you very much, and thank you for that warm welcome. I've just had an opportunity to meet some of the guests gathered here this evening, some very distinguished guests indeed, parliamentarians from across the globe. Colleagues, friends, good evening. It's a delight that we're gathered together this evening in the Scottish Parliament, and I feel very privileged to be involved, even for this short while. I know the work you're doing is, well, it's truly necessary and it's extremely important. My name's Alison Johnstone. I'm a member of the Scottish Parliament and presiding officer for this session, and it really is an honour to welcome you here today for this very special forum on democracy and peace that's being led by the Institute for Cultural Diplomacy. I just want to check that you can all hear me. Okay. Thank you. I mean, it's fair to say that we're living in a time where global tensions seem to be ever increasing. They're rising as fast as technology connects us. In some ways, we're more interconnected than we've ever been, but we also seem to be suffering from more and more tension, which is manifesting itself in truly horrendous, horrific ways, where political borders are reinforced while digital borders blur. And you are asking, as an institution, as a group of people coming together, you're asking how we build lasting peace, mutual understanding and cooperation across nations, faiths and cultures, you know, to encourage trust, not suspicion, to encourage dialogue, to move away from destructive war. Cultural diplomacy, the art of engaging and exchanging cultural values, ideas, traditions and expressions to foster dialogue and understanding. I mean, it's such an important role to play. And we know that because we see that whenever nations are at war, one of the things that often happens is they attack one another's culture. You know, there is an understanding that preventing people speaking in their own native tongue is destructive. And the ideas that we broadcast and so on have such reach and importance. So I think we underestimate the importance of culture and cultural diplomacy at our peril. So I think what you're doing it's so essential. I mean, cultural diplomacy reaches parts that traditional diplomacy just can't. It's not limited to government officials or embassies. It's practiced, I think, even when you don't know you're practicing it, but it's practiced by artists, by educators, by students, by musicians, by business people, by everyday citizens, and I'm going to say by sports people too. And I was just thinking earlier of the example of when Scotland does make it to a European football. I mean, look at the impact those relationships our fan base have. You know, I've been told that an upsurge in German visitors was because of those relationships forged. And I think it's fair to say that we're often not there for the quality of our football, but we're there because we just love getting together with other people and just experiencing a different way of life in another part of the world. And it's so important. It just develops trust. It's the subtle but powerful way in which we influence and understand one another, not through coercion or politics, but just through simple human connection. And that's why getting together in rooms and spaces like this is so important. I mean, I think there's a time and a place for online meetings, but I certainly believe that getting together in a room is, there's nothing better. So I think they definitely both have their place. So I think using culture to create trust where there may be suspicion, to foster respect where there's prejudice and misunderstanding because we don't know one another, to promote peace where there's conflict. It has never been more important, and I think this is where the Institute for Cultural Diplomacy plays a leading role, advancing cultural diplomacy as a core pillar of international relations, not a nice to have, not something that we might fit in on the sidelines of many important meetings. This is an important meeting. Cultural diplomacy matters. And since its founding, you've created platforms for dialogue amongst nations and peoples. You know, I've been learning a little of what you've been discussing over the last couple of days. Really important subjects, bringing together policymakers with so much diverse and important experience from around the world. Artists, scholars, civil society, teachers, leaders. We all need to be involved in this. So let's not see cultural diplomacy as the work of a few. And I think a lot of people don't even realise they're involved in that, and we need to applaud and promote all efforts. It's the responsibility of each and every one of us. Each of us, in our own way, is an ambassador of our language, of our values, of our heritage, and I think most importantly, of our humanity. Because in the end, cultures may differ, but our shared hopes, our dreams, and our dignity unite us far more than anything that divides us. So I just want to express, on behalf of all parliamentarians in the Scottish Parliament, my very best wishes for your event this evening. I regret that I won't be able to stay for it all, but I've certainly enjoyed what I have heard. It really is important. Thank you for encouraging everyone, wherever they may be, to build bridges. One conversation, one culture at a time. Thank you very much indeed, and my warmest welcome.